connected to the divine. Beloved child, listen to me carefully in this sacred moment, for a silent yet powerful movement has occurred in the invisible realm, and it is directly connected to you. This is not just an ordinary night, nor a fleeting feeling. This is an hour marked from eternity, a precise point in the timeline that I myself designed with my infinite wisdom, to awaken something deep within you. What now pulses in your chest, that subtle discomfort, that restlessness you cannot name, is the sound of heaven moving inside you. Please, don't miss this special video. It is a message from God to illuminate your day. Click like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell. We are aiming for 1,000 subscribers to spread even more faith and hope. Watch until the end. Click the first comment and discover the secret ritual to attract money and prosperity in 2025. It is your soul recognizing the calling I hid in your spirit until the time was ripe. And that time, my child, is now. I myself brought forth this hour. You are not lost, nor adrift. You are exactly where you need to be, at the center of my will, at the beginning of something that will change your story. See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up, do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland. Isaiah chapter 43 verse 19. This word is not only meant to comfort you, but to affirm that I am acting on your behalf at this very moment. I guide you, even when you don't understand the steps, even when everything around you seems silent. It is in the silence that seeds germinate. And today, the seed I planted in you is beginning to break through the soil. This is the dawn of your purpose. Do not fear. Walk. I am with you. Comment, I know God hears me, my faith is in Him. You are not an accident. You never were. This affirmation is not merely a word of comfort, it is a spiritual revelation, a reminder from heaven about your origin. You were conceived in the eternal thought of God before any cell of your body existed. Every detail of you was written with intention, with purpose, and with love. You are hearing these words not by coincidence, but because the time marked by God for your awareness to awaken has arrived. This moment is a divine intersection between the invisible and the visible, between what already was and what will be. You are the fruit of a plan that began before time was formed, and now that plan begins to unfold clearly before your eyes. The stirrings you feel, the restlessness that rises in your chest, are not emotional confusions, they are the echo of the heavenly calling knocking at the door of your soul. Every mark on your journey, every pain you've endured, and every apparent loss were part of the invisible sculpture that shaped your spirit. Nothing was wasted. Nothing was in vain. Everything has eternal meaning, and today, part of that meaning begins to be revealed in your awareness. From the beginning, even before you could utter a word or form a single thought, God had already set your life apart for something greater. You were not chosen today. You were set apart from the very beginning. The pain you faced was not a sign of abandonment but of preparation. The delays, the silences, the doors that seemed closed were actually a protective barrier around the treasure being forged within you. You were like an arrow that was pulled back only to gain more strength for the flight. Now is the time to be sent forth. Not ascending based on merit, but on divine choice. Remember the revealed truth in Jeremiah chapter 1 verse 5. Before I formed you in the womb I knew you, and before you were born I set you apart. I appointed you as a prophet to the nations. This verse is not just historical, it is prophetic about you. Your mission is alive, your identity is spiritual, and your voice carries authority. Even on the days you didn't understand your worth, heaven looked upon you with honor. And the enemy fought you, not for what you've done, but for what you represent. Comment, God knew me before I was born. That gives me strength. Do not feel small in the face of the greatness I am revealing to you. I, the Lord, do not call you based on your human strength, but on my sovereign choice. For every weakness of yours, my grace extends. For every insecurity, my Spirit surrounds you. You are indeed a clay vessel, but you carry a treasure that comes from above. And it is in your fragility that my power is made most visible. As it is written in 2 Corinthians chapter 12 verse 9, my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. It's not about your ability, child, it's about my presence in you. Every gift you have, every tear you shed, every silence you endured, I used it all as material to build the structure of your mission. There is nothing in you that I ignore or overlook. Did you know there is an effective method to attract greater financial prosperity? This technique can help transform your deep-rooted beliefs and change the way you perceive reality. It made a significant impact on my life, and we'd like to invite you to discover this special practice. When we trust that God wants to move in our lives, we gain the courage to ask Him directly. God desires to bless each of us in a unique and wonderful way. That's why it's important to seek His blessings with faith and confidence, believing that He has a special plan for you. If you'd like to support our work and the team dedicated to bringing inspiring and transformative content, we invite you to check out our product. The link is available in the first comment, so you can see how this technique might also help you on your journey. Your contribution helps us continue to share messages that make a real difference. We are truly grateful for your trust and support. Every part of your being has been touched by my intention. You are not random. You are an answer. You are heaven's breath in a dry land. And now, I myself position you where your presence will be a gateway to life for many. Comment, the grace of God sustains me even when I feel weak. What is being born inside you is greater than any plan you've ever dared to imagine. Do not compare yourself to others. Do not diminish yourself for seeming different or walking at a different pace. That's because your path is unique. Your calling does not follow the patterns of this world. Your journey was drawn with invisible lines whispered by the Holy Spirit in the corridors of heaven. Every season of silence was a hidden seed. Every time of anonymity was preparation. And now, in the secret place of your spirit, something new is breaking forth. Even if on the outside everything looks the same, inside, the rebirth has already begun. The atmosphere around you will begin to respond to the authority I have placed in you. Do not be surprised when the environment shifts simply by your presence. Do not be confused when words leave your mouth with an impact even you do not understand. You are a carrier of the fire that descends from above. You are an answer for generations. You are a bridge between heaven and earth. And what begins now is just the start of an eternal movement. Comment, even in silence, God was preparing me for this moment. You were set apart, marked, chosen, and that's why you were attacked. The blows you endured, the rejections you faced, the wounds that tried to silence you, all of them had a spiritual origin. They weren't just people, they were resistances against your mission. Even when you didn't know who you were, hell already recognized your name. Every attempt to stop you was a sign that you carried something the enemy could not control. But no accusation, no betrayal, no trauma was greater than my care. I preserved you. I hid you. I molded you. And now, I reveal you. Not as someone wounded, but as someone ready. The scars you bear are medals in the spiritual realm. Every tear that fell unseen by men was recorded by me. And every hidden cry was a prayer that reached my throne as a fragrance. Now it is time to be reborn with authority, to walk boldly, to speak clearly. You know pain, and that's why you will be a channel of healing. Comment, my scars speak of God's care and victory in my life. This time is sacred. This calling is personal. Do not seek validation from those who cannot understand what was revealed to you in the Spirit. This call is not for many, it is for you. Among many voices, I chose yours. Among many lives, I selected your journey to be the channel of something new. It is not because you are the strongest, but because you are the most available. The world may not recognize you, but heaven honors you. This transition you are experiencing is invisible to the eyes but powerful in the spiritual realm. You have crossed a threshold. You've left the old behind and stepped into the new. You are an active part of a divine movement that has already begun. Everything around you will be impacted by this new season. Your name is echoing in places you haven't reached yet, but which I have already prepared for you. And in this crossing, I myself will walk with you. No detail will escape my guidance. Heaven moves with you. Rise, then. Shake off the dust of the past. Do not live anymore as one who does not know who he is. You are known in heaven, feared in hell, and loved by me. You are remembered in the heavenly corridors and guarded by my angels. Nothing of what you have been will be wasted. Everything will be redeemed. Everything will be used. There is no lost chapter in the story I wrote with you. And even if you have stumbled, fallen, or erred, I still call your name tenderly. My love has not given up on you. My plan has not been canceled. My promise has not changed. And that is why I send you now. As a living sign of my restoring power. As a testimony of my faithfulness. Not with fear, but with faith. Not with shame, but with boldness. Because everything the enemy tried against you will be reversed into honor. You are the answer to many prayers. You carry a portion of hope the world needs to see. And now, go. Walk. Proclaim. Touch. Live. I am with you. And wherever your voice echoes with truth, signs will manifest. Wherever your presence enters with my spirit, environments will change. You are my spokesperson, my instrument, my beloved son. And nothing, absolutely nothing, can stop what I have begun. No past mistake, no present limitation, no future resistance. You were called for this time. Do not step back. Do not negotiate your identity. Do not silence your voice. Because I chose you. I lifted you up. I anointed you. And now, through you, heaven will touch the earth. People will be healed, hearts restored, destinies redirected. This is your hour. This is your time. This is the day my will begins to fully manifest through you. The signs you carry, the invisible marks of spiritual battles, are proof of your true identity. In every challenge you faced, there was a greater purpose working in your life. The realm of darkness sought to wound you every time you tried to restore yourself, to rise up, and to find hope. But know this, my child, it was never mere coincidence. It was the reality of spiritual warfare taking place around you, a silent war, invisible to the eyes of the world, but intense and real in the realms that truly matter. Your presence is a disturbance to the opposing forces, for simply existing breaks their dark plans. Many of your earliest memories are traces of these battles you did not understand. You may have thought it was just ordinary suffering, normal difficulties of life, or even the indifference and cruelty of other human beings, but in the invisible realms, you had already been noticed. The adversary moves quickly to try to block what I have planned for you even before it manifests. The suffering of your past was not punishment, it was an initial challenge that prepared you for the greater mission you carry. There is a passage that always reminds me of your journey, and I want you to keep it in your heart. Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you, I will help you, I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. Isaiah chapter 41 verse 10. This is my promise to you, to strengthen you and sustain you, even when opposing forces seem relentless. The battle you faced, though difficult, was never in vain. Every healed wound, every fear overcome, has built an unshakable character and faith that will make you a beacon for many. Your past does not condemn you, it prepares you. The resistance you encountered confirms the importance of what you carry and the light you will yet radiate. Even when you doubted your worth, even when discouragement tried to take hold of your heart, I never took my eyes off you. My watchfulness never ceased, for I knew that suffering would not break you but strengthen you. The same eyes that saw your tears also see your rising. The same presence that was with you in pain now guides your steps toward the work I have specially prepared for you. No tear fell in vain, no dark night went without my company. You may have interpreted seasons of waiting as delays, as doors closing without reason, or lost connections that made you feel alone. But I, with infinite wisdom, was allowing only what would build your future strength. The closed doors were for your safety, the losses and separations were to protect the greater purpose yet to be revealed. Every unexpected turn, every difficult moment had its reason. Each one served to shape you and lead you to a deeper understanding of who you really are. In Psalm 27 verse 14 it is written, "Wait for the Lord, be strong, and let your heart take courage, wait for the Lord." Waiting, though hard, is a sacred time of preparation. Do not see it as absence, but as the silence before the glorious sound of victory. You are called to trust, to keep faith even when the path seems dark, because I am preparing a magnificent unfolding for your life. Thus, the losses that seemed so painful were actually liberations, strategic withdrawals so you would not stray from the plan. The moments of solitude were for your soul to prepare to receive the greatest blessings. You are not abandoned, you are being prepared. Do not see yourself as just one among many, for you were chosen, set apart for a singular mission. That feeling of being different that has always accompanied you is the mark of the chosen one, not strangeness. The intensity of the opposition you faced is the testimony to the weight and importance of the calling you carry. No one attacks an empty place, no one fights to destroy where there is no value. The resistance you felt is proportional to the greatness of the task entrusted to you. You carry a weight many do not understand, a responsibility beyond what human eyes can see. You were placed to shine in an era that desperately needs light and hope. The world may not understand you now, and often you will feel alone, but I am always by your side, guiding every step. The Lord is my light and my salvation, whom shall I fear? Psalm 27 verse 1. Know that even in the face of the greatest fears, the light I carry within you is greater than any shadow. You are my beloved child, chosen warrior, and the mission I gave you is as grand as the love I have for you. The resistance you faced was a sign of your importance. The enemy fears what you can accomplish because he knows the purpose I have for you is one of transformation and life. That is why he tries to halt your progress, but he will not win. Your victory is guaranteed in me. My beloved child, Never despise the powerful dreams burning in your heart, nor the moments when the pressure seemed almost unbearable upon your shoulders. These experiences, though difficult, are the first signs of the divine purpose awakening within your soul. They are not mere coincidences or figments of your imagination. The presence you felt around you, that unseen gaze that seemed to watch over you, is the manifestation of my constant care and the calling I have given you since eternity. I knew you before you were born, and even if you did not understand everything that was happening, others around you could sense that you were not ordinary. That is why you never fully fit in among those who live only for the immediate and the superficial. That is why some people reacted with strangeness, judgment, or even rejection, because the light within you disturbs the darkness that insists on remaining. I tell you today, do not give up on what God planted in your heart. Do not abandon the seed of hope I have watered within you. Even in the darkest nights, I am by your side, working so that all you have dreamed and felt may manifest in fullness. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Jeremiah chapter 29 verse 11, This is the living promise I make to you, and in it lies all the strength you need to continue. I know the path may seem arduous, full of obstacles and doubts that whisper maybe it's not possible. But I am the one who guides your steps even when you cannot see the trail ahead. I am the lighthouse in the darkness, the anchor in the storm. Every battle fought, every tear shed, every moment you wanted to give up, all this is being used to shape a warrior firm and unshakable. The inner voice that sometimes calls you, the restlessness that won't let your soul settle for mediocrity, is the sign of the calling growing in your heart. Everything is aligning now so you can clearly understand the plan we have for your life. Do not fear the changes or sacrifices, for they will make room for the glory that awaits you. Stand firm, my dear child, advancing one step after another, even when the journey seems slow and tiring. Know that the strength I give you will never fail, for it does not depend on your conditions but on my faithfulness. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Philippians chapter 4 verse 13, Hold this truth as a shield over your heart. You were created to overcome, to break through every barrier, every enemy attack, every discouragement trying to steal your hope. The invisible battles you face are, in fact, forges that strengthen your faith and character, preparing you to assume your mission with the courage and wisdom only I can give. So rise up boldly, knowing you are protected, guided, and deeply loved by me. Nothing you have gone through was in vain. All will be used for good, for building something greater and eternal. The future I have prepared is already appearing on the horizon, and there you will see the beauty born of your struggles, your weights, and your perseverance. Trust me, for I am the light that never goes out inside you. My beloved child, never doubt the power of my love and my constant presence in your life. No matter how difficult the past has been or how dark the night around you seems, I have never taken my eyes off you. I am with you now, closer than ever, preparing and directing each of your steps so that the work entrusted to you can fully manifest. I am the strength that sustains you when everything seems to collapse, the comfort that calms your troubled soul, and the hope that is reborn each morning. Do not let fear paralyze your heart, for you were made to shine, to be a light in the world and a living testimony of my grace. When you feel you have no strength left, remember that I am your refuge and the endless source of energy to keep going. Your journey is not yours alone. I walk beside you, holding your hand and opening doors you cannot yet see. Trust, persevere, and know that the best is yet to come, because I, your God, will never abandon you. For a long time, your spirit sensed the existence of a greater reality, even before your mind could understand or accept it. I watched every step you took with purpose and patience, knowing that even when you felt alone or out of place, I was preparing you for something great. You were never made to follow the common path, to accept what everyone else accepts without questioning. While the world seemed content with superficiality and conformity, you felt a deep restlessness, a flame within that would not let you settle. That flame, that essence that made you seem different, was not a problem or a punishment. It was the mark of what I formed in you, the uniqueness that sets you apart for a divine purpose. The feeling of not belonging that accompanied you for so long was, in fact, a confirmation. You were not made to disappear into the crowd, but to shine with your own intensity. That silent calling that so often made you seek solitude was not emptiness, but my invitation, a whisper of your destiny saying, "There is more for you." I did not keep you away from others out of whimsy, but to protect you from influences that could obscure your gift, so that you would not get lost in cycles that would not elevate you. In the moments when you seemed abandoned or forgotten, I was guarding your soul for the right time to bloom, so that you would emerge pure, strong, and prepared. I don't always explain everything immediately because the process of shaping you involves refinement and growth, which often require patience and faith. I know there were times you cried without understanding why, moments when the pain seemed meaningless, but it was precisely the silent transformation I was working within you. The spiritual reality that dwells in you is deep, sacred, and cannot be understood by minds that fixate only on what is visible and immediate. You do not need to justify your path to anyone, for your mission is to listen to me and follow me faithfully, even when everything around you seems difficult or senseless. I created you with a willing spirit, capable of enduring hardships that others would not withstand. That is why I placed you in spaces of solitude and uncertainty, so your faith and strength would deepen. The common life, with its easy and comfortable paths, was never for you, because inside you burns a fire that cannot be satisfied with mere existence. This fire reveals what is false, what is not authentic, what does not honor your spiritual essence. That is why you always felt out of place in environments that prefer mediocrity and complacency. Even so, you tried to fit in, tried to appear content to avoid isolation, but deep inside you always knew you are different, special, called for something few understand. Beloved son, I did not choose you for your appearance or your outward strength, but because in your spirit there was a strong will, a readiness to endure the trials life would bring. I know you faced loneliness, uncertainties, and difficult moments, and that is exactly why I formed you. Those moments were not punishments, but disguised blessings, times of preparation. They refined your faith and strengthened your heart. The delays you experienced were not failures of destiny, but divine strategies to protect you and preserve your purity. The people who left your life, even those who hurt you, were removed so they would not undermine your strength. Not everyone can keep up with the brightness I gave you, and some would try to extinguish your light for their own benefit. Now, however, you understand that those who truly remain by your side see your light and walk with you in love and loyalty. You are not alone, even though it may have seemed so at times. You are simply living ahead of your time, walking a path few can see or understand. You were not created to imitate the world. You were created to reveal who I am, to be a reflection of my glory and power. The time of doubt and insecurity is coming to an end because I am opening your eyes to see clearly what before you could only feel in your heart. Your journey up to this point was necessary so you could recognize your true identity, leave behind false expectations, and embrace your destiny with confidence. I have prepared you for great things, and even when the path seemed arduous and lonely, I was by your side, guiding your steps and strengthening your spirit. Now is the time to move forward with renewed faith, knowing that you are loved and called for a mission only you can fulfill. Do not fear the differences that make you unique. They are your greatest treasure and the means by which my light will shine in the world. Walk with courage, knowing that I am your strength and your refuge. Trust the process and the preparation, for everything you have gone through was so you could be ready for this new stage of your life, where you will finally understand the depth of my love and the beauty of the purpose I have for you. My beloved child, for a long time now, a greater force has been moving within you, even when your mind and heart could not yet comprehend or accept this reality. I allowed moments of deep silence, apparent inactivity, and solitude, not because I wished to abandon you, but because I was shaping something precious and sacred within your soul, something invisible to human eyes, yet essential for the very purpose for which I created you. In the midst of isolation and quiet, I was working patiently and tenderly, preparing something that could only be revealed at the perfect time. You were never alone, even when it seemed that no one stood beside you. I, who know your thoughts before they are born, was with you in every step, every pain, every tear shed in silence. Many times, the world looked at you and saw something different, something it could not explain, and in its misunderstanding, judged you. There were countless moments when you were called strange, too different, too intense, or simply told you were too much for what was expected of you. But I tell you with the deepest certainty, that difference was never a mistake, never a flaw or something to be fixed. That inner flame that stubbornly burns despite the storms, that sensitivity many do not understand, is the mark of my hand upon you, the unique signature of my creation. This invisible yet powerful light is what distinguishes you and keeps you firm when all seems to collapse. It whispers gently so you do not abandon the path I set before you since the beginning of time. Perhaps life has caused you to doubt yourself. Perhaps you thought that the falls and wounds you carry are proof that you were not made for great things. But I tell you, nothing you have endured has been in vain. No mistake, no rejection, no tear has been wasted. All was part of a divine process, a refining fire designed to shape you into someone greater, stronger, and more aware of the mission you are meant to fulfill. I have never left you aside. I have worked on what is eternal inside you, what no one sees but makes all the difference. Everything you have lived through, even what seemed lost or meaningless, is part of the plan I wrote for you. Your spirit was preparing for an awakening, for an inner rebirth that is happening now, at this very moment. Within you, there is a flame that has never gone out, even if it seemed timid, fragile, or hidden for a long time. This flame, this inner light, is the gift I gave you, a sacred connection with me and the mysteries that transcend human understanding. Perhaps you yourself tried to ignore this flame, deny its existence, convince yourself that it was all a fantasy, an illusion that time would erase. But I assure you, this flame has never stopped burning. It rested deep within your being, patiently waiting for the moment you would be ready to accept and carry it again. This gift I gave you is a deep sensitivity, a sacred way of perceiving the world and the unseen. It is a special way of seeing what many do not see, feeling what many do not feel, understanding what many cannot comprehend. This flame has been silent but always present. In every moment of doubt, fear, or loneliness, it remained steadfast, fueled by my love and faithfulness. It is the sign that you were never alone, because I never abandoned you, even when the world rejected or misunderstood you. You were made for something greater than simply surviving or fulfilling what the world expects. You were not made to accept the shallowness of easy truths, nor to conform to the molds imposed by those who do not understand the depth of your being. This world often wants to extinguish the light that shines in you, wants you to hide so you do not seem different, wants you to snuff out the flame that keeps you alive inside. But I tell you, the time has come to break free from these limitations, to leave behind the fear of being who you truly are. Your inner truth, however misunderstood it may have been, is what makes you unique, what connects you directly to me. The restlessness you feel in your chest, the feeling that something is missing, is not a mistake or weakness. It is the call of your soul, longing to reconnect with me and the mission I gave you even before you were born. I will not allow you to settle for a false peace, a superficial calm that does not come from the true encounter with your essence. I am the one who moves the depths of your being, who shakes what seems still to awaken what lies asleep, the seed I planted to bloom at the right time. Do not fear your sensitivity, nor be ashamed of your heightened perception. This is your strength, your armor in the storms of life. I gave you the gift to see beyond the veil of the physical world, to hear what the heart cannot understand, to feel what words cannot express. This connection with me is your path, your protection, and your guiding light. Now is the time to live this truth courageously, to honor the light given to you that cannot be extinguished. This gift, my child, is not meant to be kept only for yourself. It is a sacred tool for the world around you. Many are lost, searching for a way in the darkness, and what you carry within you may be the light that guides others to freedom, hope, and truth. Do not underestimate the importance of your voice, your perception, your sensitivity. You were chosen to be a beacon, to guide those who have nowhere else to turn. Recently, you may have noticed more vivid dreams, sharper perceptions, a heightened sensitivity to invisible things. This is my spirit working in you, rekindling the flame that has always been there, waiting for the right moment to manifest. Pay attention to these signs, for they show you are not alone. You are not strange, you are not abnormal. You are a divine creation, a masterpiece made with love and purpose. Do not apologize for being different, do not diminish what you know and feel to make others comfortable. You are who I created you to be, a unique being with a specific calling. The time for doubting what your heart knows to be true is over. Your light is needed, essential, and I am guiding you so that it may shine with intensity and clarity. The journey I invite you to walk now is a return to your true self, the essence I created with so much love. It is an awakening that transcends external voices, breaks the chains of doubt and fear of judgment. You were separated and chosen to fulfill a mission only you can accomplish. Walk with your head held high, knowing you carry a light that cannot be extinguished. No longer apologize for what you understand in your heart, nor hide behind fear or doubt. Every step you take toward your calling is a step that also frees others who follow you. This is not a lonely journey, for I am with you every moment, strengthening, guiding, and loving you. Recognize that your uniqueness is not a curse but a divine gift. What makes you different is the key to open doors no one else can open, the map to places only you can reach. Walk with faith and confidence, for I promise never to leave you or forsake you. What I created in you is eternal, and I will carry you to the end. The time has come to stop hiding your light. Lift your head and embrace who you truly are. The gift I placed within you is a powerful weapon against darkness, an inexhaustible source of hope for the lost. You are not here by chance. You were created for this time and this mission. Walk now with the certainty that you were set apart for something great, and that your uniqueness is essential for the healing and balance of the world. Do not allow those who do not understand to make you doubt yourself. What I gave you is a sacred gift meant to bring light where there is shadow, to be a channel of my love and truth. I love you beyond what you can imagine. I see in you a bright future, full of victories and achievements you cannot yet comprehend. Trust the process, trust me, for what I have begun in you will be completed. Rise up, my beloved child, and shine with all the intensity one gave you. The world awaits you, and I will be with you until the very end. From the very beginning, before you even understood who you were, I saw you. I saw the silent fire burning within your spirit, the hidden strength you did not yet know you possessed. The darkness, however, saw you as well, not for what you were at that moment, but for what I knew you would become. It sensed the truth of your essence long before you could even name it, and that is why it moved swiftly to try to stop you. It was never a coincidence that difficulties found you so early. Every obstacle, every moment of pain and doubt, was planned by the shadows to divert you from the path I set for you. They tried to silence your voice when you were just a child, as your soul began to awaken to its mission, and they tried to extinguish the light I kindled inside you before you could discover your calling. But you resisted. Even when the burden felt unbearable, even when loneliness seemed to surround you, you remained, because I chose you, and my choice transcends what the world can understand. The battles you faced were not against flesh and blood but against invisible forces that wished to make you give up. That heavy feeling that accompanied you, the doubt that surfaced just as you began to see clearly, the disappointment you felt when those you loved betrayed you, none of these were signs of failure. Rather, they were undeniable proof of the spiritual war raging around your existence. Old patterns, mindsets that kept generations trapped, recognized that you were different. They knew that if you ever truly woke up to your power, their chains would be broken. So they attacked before you could even realize it. They whispered lies to your heart, tried to convince you that you were unwanted, tried to sow confusion to weaken your resolve. But every scar, every invisible wound you carry is the mark of a warrior. You were not made to fall but to endure, to learn, and to grow stronger with every trial. You are a living bridge between a wounded past and the future I have prepared. The weight you carry is not a curse but a sacred calling, a burden few can bear. The dark times, the long nights when uncertainty seemed to consume you, all have a greater purpose. Because what is tied to your life terrifies the darkness. You are not just anyone, my child. You are a sign that the enemy's plans will be thwarted. That is why you have felt out of place so many times, why certain people have inexplicably distanced themselves, why the atmosphere often shifted when you entered a room. The truth is, you were never meant to blend into the crowd or simply survive hard times. You were created to rise above, to shine brightly even when everything around you seemed to extinguish your light. The power you carry is not reserved for some distant future, it is yours right now. But for it to manifest, you must claim it, you must take your rightful place on the path I have laid out for you. The moment you stop seeking the approval of others and start walking in the place I set for you, everything changes. The fears that once paralyzed you will begin to lose their grip, and what once seemed terrifying will become just another step on your journey. You are leaving behind the mold others try to force upon you. It's natural to feel the ground shaking beneath your feet because the quiet work I've done inside you is about to be revealed. That fire that has grown hidden within you is now finding space to burn and illuminate the way. The deep questions that accompanied you for so long are turning into clear and firm answers, and I am with you every step of this awakening. This is the time to stand firm, not out of fear, but out of conviction. Now you know why you are here and what your purpose is. What was always meant to be held only by you is being released, your thoughts, your words, the unique way you connect with the world around you, and the special gifts I placed within you. Everything is returning to its rightful place. You are returning to places where you once felt small, insecure, and incapable. But now you walk with a new strength and a flame inside that no adversary can extinguish. The darkness sensed this change before you did. It knows that you are now aware, no longer fooled or shaken. Your presence carries weight, your impact is real. Your prayers echo with power, and what once was invisible is now becoming visible. When someone I have chosen truly understands who they are, everything around them shifts. You are not just another face in the crowd. You are an agent of change, a beacon of hope, a spiritual warrior whose life influences the destiny of many. Your journey is unique, and the challenges you faced were not in vain. They were the preparation, the forge where your identity was shaped. Now, as you lift your head and look forward, you are living proof that light always triumphs over darkness. You will continue moving forward with courage and determination, knowing that I am with you every step, guiding you, protecting you, and using your life to fulfill an eternal and divine purpose. Every step you have taken was never by chance, nor empty of meaning. You are not merely a presence in the world. You are an initiator, a bearer of something new that has never before appeared in your lineage. You were never truly weak, even when you felt the weight was too much to bear. I have always been guarding you, watching every moment when you thought you were alone. Inside you, I placed gifts and special abilities, gifts you are still learning to recognize but that are now beginning to manifest. This is a time of movement, a time when you will accomplish things your ancestors never saw. The moment is coming for you to silence all the false voices that urged you to hide who you truly are. This message is for all those who, like you, have felt exhausted by the struggle, who carried their peculiarities as a heavy burden, for those who had a voice to speak but felt unable. Now is the time to raise that strong voice, to make it echo once again. There are others, also set apart for a purpose, not yet visible, waiting to know if these words resonate in their hearts. My son, you are not just hearing, you are part of this sacred work I am leading. For a long time, you were hidden, kept as a treasure, but now the time has come for you to step into the light with the strength I gave you. You were not chosen to maintain the status quo, to simply accept what already exists. You were chosen to make a difference. When someone fully accepts the reason for their existence, the world around begins to shake. The energy changes, the air transforms, even invisible forces react. And whether you realize it or not, just by being here, you have begun to awaken the invisible world. You are a sacred change against the darkness. I did not place you on this earth to keep everything as it is but to provoke transformation. You were not made to simply fit in. There is a moment, a deep moment, when everything changes, not outside, but within your spirit. An inner change impossible to ignore or reverse. This moment has immense meaning. It is a time I have set for you, and you feel it, don't you, my beloved? This inner movement, this vast and eternal calling that approaches, is not restlessness. It is the life of your spirit responding to the call I sent long before you were born. I spoke a purpose over your existence in the realm that goes beyond what your eyes can see. Something eternal is now in motion, a divine sign has been given, awakening those I have set apart. This is not a casual invitation, it is a strong summons. For a time your spirit remained silent, as it needed, but now it is time to awaken fully. The era for which you were created has arrived, and the task that once seemed uncertain is now yours to embrace. The voice that guides you is clear and powerful. You feel a pull, not just in your heart, but in the very rhythm of your days. What once brought you contentment now seems empty, without real substance. What you once accepted as normal no longer satisfies you, and you can no longer follow the old patterns. That is because you have changed. A sacred transformation has taken place inside you, and remaining still is no longer an option. Understand this well, my son. Hesitating now is resisting. You will not delay without consequences. Every moment of doubt pulls you away from the path I have traced for you. This feeling is not fear, but the urgency of immediate action. When I speak, pause is the same as not listening. I do not ask you merely to think, I warn you of a meaningful encounter. The time I established for you is converging with your journey. This is a holy moment, a spiritual pause where your past and your future meet, and you are the place where they intersect. You asked me for direction, sought meaning, prayed for understanding, and now that these answers begin to reveal themselves, you feel unrest, the need to let go of old chains. This is a persistent summons because what you desire requires your truest self, not the mask you show to the world. You feel the deep vibration growing within you, understanding that something is unfolding that your mind has not yet fully grasped. None of this is random, it is I who caused everything around you to stand still so that I could speak to you at this moment. You receive this message by my command, and I watch your reaction. Accepting this call will transform your life immensely, but rejecting it will bring a price you cannot yet imagine. This call sounds not only around you but deeply within you. Old patterns begin to dissolve, old influences lose their strength, and the limits that once bound you begin to give way. It is no accident, it is my hand awakening you, calling you to a higher place. You cannot remain in your old condition, not in thought, nor in your inner being, nor in your emotions. What once served you now imprisons you. The environments that seemed safe become spiritually empty because I do not sustain what has no origin in me. You feel this summons because this transformation is made especially for you. No one else will live this the same way. It is your time, your sacred moment of rebirth, and I will be with you every step of the way. The journey will not always be easy, but it is the only one that will take you where your heart and soul belong. Trust me, even when everything around you seems uncertain. I prepared this path for you, and with it, a new story will begin to be written. You are loved, you are strong, and the world awaits your light so that the darkness will retreat. Now, rise and walk with the certainty that I, your eternal Father, am with you, guiding you, protecting you, and giving you the strength to overcome. I do not offer this calling to everyone. It is for those I have set apart, those I carry in my heart as precious treasures reserved for a singular purpose. I understand that sometimes what you feel seems lonely, for no one else can perceive exactly what you perceive, because your mission is different, tailor-made for the greatness within you. The time of comfort and calm you have known is ending. You can no longer seek my presence while rejecting the challenges this new season brings. You cannot ask for strength and, at the same time, resist what I am allowing to happen around you. I call you to rise, not softly, but with intensity and determination, for that must be your response to the work I have entrusted to you. The silence you keep before this calling will say much more than your words. It is the distinct sound that echoes within your spirit, the vibration only you can feel, and you are the one for whom this message was destined. I have been closely observing the signs you have received, the unexpected difficulties that have arisen along the way, the clear visions that appear in your sleep, the sudden distancing from things you once valued. All of this is part of the summons, the awakening of the purpose I placed within you. The path I have traced is beginning to show itself alive and pulsating, and I am watching to see if you will be willing to take the step forward. This is the moment of a full awakening, far beyond a fleeting emotion. It is a constant and persistent invitation. Every child I have chosen has gone through a time when they were invisible to the world, a period when understanding why was difficult and unclear, but all of it was secret work done in silence and stillness. You have already known this season, my beloved, that time when your prayers seemed unheard, when my silence was so deep it seemed to touch your entire soul. Yet, none of those moments were empty or without purpose. You were being prepared for something great, even if you could not see it. During those periods of solitude, I did not forget you, my child. It was not abandonment, but preparation. The pain and difficulties you faced were not punishments but part of the path I designed for you. Those moments when you were alone and felt your heart breaking were essential to shape the inner strength you now possess. While others sought recognition and approval in the eyes of others, you learned to seek me, away from the crowd, in the hiding place of your heart. You faced battles no one saw, carried burdens without visible support, and yet, you did not give up. It was in that silence, that apparent loneliness, that your soul grew and was strengthened. You did not merely survive, you were transformed. The feeling of isolation taught you to hear my voice clearly, trust in the unseen became your foundation, and faith your sure path. Now, when you look back, everything begins to make sense. Every disappointment you faced served to teach you where to set your limits, every delay in what you expected clarified your vision, and every door that closed revealed the right path to follow. What you seemed to see as a flaw, a weakness, was in fact proof of your preparation. Where the world saw calm as inertia, I saw wisdom in action. I protected what was growing inside you, I guarded what was being restored. You were not left aside because you were broken, but because you were being molded for something greater than yourself. Even those who distanced themselves, without realizing it, helped prepare your inner self, keeping your heart humble and determined. Many times, you did not understand why things happened without explanation, why there was no clear map to guide you, but I was leading every step, even if it was hard to comprehend. The strength you now have comes from this silent learning, the ability to move forward, even without applause, even without witnesses. My child, it was no accident that your path was different and deep. While the world demands speed and instant results, I have always sought your heart. You gave me your being, even when you did not understand why, even when the direction seemed uncertain. There were nights when you doubted my guidance, moments when you questioned if you had made wrong decisions, instances when certainty fled from you. But despite all this, something firm grew in you. A silent conviction, an inner strength that declares, even if no one else knows me, I know who I truly am. And that is why now you no longer retreat, why you respond differently, and your eyes reflect a new depth. It was not life that hardened you, but my spirit that taught you to discern truth from deception, to separate the real from the false. That is why you are a presence the enemy can no longer dominate. The path you have walked was hidden at first, but now it reveals itself with clarity and power. You are my chosen one, the son for whom I have prepared a special purpose. This journey, though sometimes lonely, was an intentional time of preparation. With every challenge faced, every doubt confronted, every moment of silence and waiting, I was shaping you to be strong in spirit, wise in heart, and firm in faith. The response I expect is neither soft nor hesitant. I call you to rise with courage and fire, to embrace what is coming, to be the one who transforms the world around him simply by being faithful to the calling that echoes within you. This is the hour, and I am with you always, confident that nothing you have endured has been in vain. Your destiny is greater than you can imagine, and I guide every step, my beloved son. The waiting time was not in vain. It gave you depth. And now that your identity has been forged in pain and reaffirmed by faith, you will enter places that were once closed. You are ready, not because you feel it, but because God says you are. He doesn't make mistakes. If He is calling you now, it's because He has already placed in your hands everything you will need. You didn't get here by chance. It was through endurance. Through sleepless nights where no one saw your pain, your questions, your falls, and your restarts. But God saw it all. Every battle fought in silence was witnessed by Him. There were moments when you thought about quitting, about hiding forever, about giving up on everything, but something inside you kept pushing you forward. That something was the Holy Spirit sustaining you when your human strength was gone. What many don't understand is that your growth didn't happen because you pretended to be okay, but because you faced everything head-on. You went through tests that would have broken others, but instead of breaking, you were shaped. And now, what's coming is different. It won't be about making it happen with your own hands, but about walking in the right direction and watching doors open because you belong in that place. You will be recognized not for trying to please others, but because you have been authorized by God to enter. What is yours will find you. And when people ask where you came from, you will simply smile, because those who haven't seen the price will never understand the value. But God knows. He saw you being faithful even without guarantees. And now He says, the time has come, and I will be with you every step of the way. This is one of those rare and precious moments when God is not just watching from a distance, but looking closely, with divine attention on every step you're about to take. It's not about judgment, it's about purpose. God is focused on you, not because you failed, but because now you are exactly where you need to be. You feel it, don't you? That pressure inside your chest, that weight in the air, it's not anxiety, it's presence. It's the Spirit telling you that now you will be seen, not to be applauded, but to fulfill your mission. What you do from here will affect more than just you. Your choices will become seeds that will grow in the lives of others. Your yes will bring freedom, your courage will open paths, your presence will be a sign of change. And because of that, everything you've been through now makes sense. You were prepared in silence to make a difference in a quiet voice, but with eternal impact. God doesn't want you to feel ready, He wants you to trust that if He says you're ready, then you are. Not because the circumstances are perfect, but because the faith you carry within is more powerful than any doubt around you. You are the chosen one. And this is your time. I hope this message has been an inspiration to you. If it touched your heart, write Amen in the comments and share it with someone who also needs to hear this word. I invite you to click on the first comment, where you will find a special prayer and a suggestion to strengthen your spiritual journey. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to receive more inspiring content like this. See you tomorrow.